Now, I bet you're thinking, Moon? Hosting a stream? Unheard of. And today I tell you that you're wrong. And you always have been. Hi, welcome back to another Sunday of ours. This is our last Sunday before we get into Camp Streamix. I'm your host, Moon. We're doing a 3-hour music trio challenge. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I came up with it yesterday, and I was like, yeah, it's a good idea. So, let me just take us over to the right side of the screen. We're going to get our folks introduced. I actually can't see the list of everyone that's here, so...
That's okay.
We're in full screen. So I'm just going to kind of go by my assumptions. Cammy, say hello.
Hello. Hi, it's me. I do stuff.
Absolutely. And then we have Bro.
Hello, I'm here. I also do things.
Excellent. Now, Cammy's just a little bit quiet, so I'm going to turn her up.
Sorry.
Cammy, you keep going robot-y.
Oh my god, I'm not the
There
only one.
she is.
Holy fuck. What the fuck was that? I love that.
I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything.
sorry.
It's your robot.
It's a robot.
You can,
No, it's totally okay. You're coming in clear now. We also have Kristen joining us tonight.
I don't do music. I'm just here to commentate and also read the chat.
And we also have Queen.
Shh. Do you hear that sound? That's the sound of me judging you for your sins.
Chat never done anything wrong in their entire lives. Their
Who said it-
collective lives.
Who said it was
None
the
of them have
chat's
ever done anything wrong.
Lord.
Oh my. So today we have a little challenge.
Sorry.
What we're doing is that everyone here are musicians, which is Bro, myself, and Cammy. We all have Mixcraft, and what we're going to do is that for each hour, one person is going to be working on the same song. And Cammy's starting us off, and then we're going to be passing it to either Bro or myself when the hour is up.
Nice.
And that's just kind of what we got going on right now.
Yeah.
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 Excuse me, I think you will find that I am a musician. I've been musicianing for years.
What
Really?
instrument do you play?
I actually did play the flute,
Oh. Oh my.
but that was a long time ago. Literally, I wanted to play the clarinet, and my mom was just like, why would you want to play the clarinet? Play the flute. So I played the flute, and then my sister played the clarinet.
Those years are behind me. Everyone's saying that everyone's a little quiet, so I'm just gonna kind of go ahead and turn us all up. Yeah!
Roll up.
Turn it up.
Turn it up!
Oh,
I missed my turnip sale today again in Animal Crossing.
Oh no!
Alas.
So did I. I didn't get to play until like 10 in the evening today.
Do 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 do. Ba-da-do. I see Cammy does the same thing that I do whenever I make music. I just continuously hum it in different ways.
Steel doesn't hum, and it makes me so
He
uncomfortable.
doesn't hum.
Steel just writes. Steel just creates.
He has power.
He really does.
Oh my god, the recorder. That's an ancient instrument. Yeah, for some reason my primary school seemed to have these like mandatory recorder lessons, which you could just stop after like 2 years.
A lot of schools have like recorder lessons. Mine didn't.
So we didn't have recorder. It's like you were required to do something musical, but nobody had to deal with recorders. I played cello and violin in elementary school.
Nice.
I cannot play any instruments. I just was never interested in them, and I went to a tiny school where really no band things were available until no, it was available, and no, it wasn't. Never mind. I'm like, was it ever? No, it wasn't. We had we had a theater teacher for like a year, and so I sang whenever we had the chance to sing. Then the theater teacher left, and then we just sort of never had the opportunity again. And it was just like, well, guess I'm just gonna draw.
Oh, devastating. Bars.
Bars. God, I'm sorry. I just remembered back to the D&D session recently where it's just like, oh, you play an instrument?
As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, I do.
It's like, because Taliesin plays like a bajillion instruments because Bard.
Just bard things.
But like to remember, it's like, oh yeah, Unk, don't you play the dulcimer? Ooh, that's a spicy note.
Spicy note.
Do. Do do.
I remember I used to have piano lessons, and I quit when it was kind of like suggested I take a break because I would always like have these meltdowns because my teacher had puppies, and I was like really scared of dogs at the time.
Oh.
So I would just like, so it came to about like 3 weeks of like constant like crying fits because either I was getting frustrated over the lesson or the dogs were just making me panic. So the teacher was like, Amy, why don't you take a break for a little while? And then I just never went back. But my favorite thing to do there wasn't play the piano. The teacher had this really nice cozy little fireplace, and I would get colds a lot as a child, so I'd always have a tissue on me. And what I'd do is I'd rip off bits of the tissue and just throw them into the fire and watch them like flame up.
Oh my.
And then one
Why
time, like one time I just had a whole tissue and just lumped it in there, and it was like this little
Goodness
inferno.
Sounds like a good time.
Okay. Can I have like an intro thing there, and then it goes right into the.
Why were you scared of dogs, Queen?
I don't know. I think I spoke about this before, but like, I think it was just the fear of them. Like, I was so small at the time; they were so big, and then I guess for puppies, it was like, oh well, you will be big one day.
Oh,
Hurt me or whatever. And then I got over my fear when a bulldog jumped on me and just licked my face, and I was like, oh.
I love bulldogs. Bulldogs are such good babies.
Bulldogs are good babies. God, when I was a kid, I loved dogs. And, you know, first that was just unfortunate because I was allergic to them and they made it so I couldn't breathe. But then I got attacked by a dog. Like, I went to pick up a friend from their house and I walked into their house and this dog fucking came at me. And, like, if my friend's brother had not pulled the dog off me, that dog probably would have ripped my throat out. It was a big fucking dog and it was me. Like, it was as big as me. And then I was
Jeez.
scared of dogs!
Oh my.
Like, even now, like, I'm mostly over it at this point, but still, if there's, like, a big, sudden dog bark, I have, like, just this flash of, like, fight or flight adrenaline. I'm just like, I have to go! The thing is going to kill me. It's not fun.
I'm
Not a
sorry
good
to hear
time.
that.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, you know, not really the dog's fault. It wasn't trained well, you know?
Yeah.
But still not fun!
Dogs are a little spooky. Whenever they
Spooky?
can be. I have 2 dogs, and they're both big dogs, but I don't think about how big my other dog is because like I have a Great Dane. And
Ooh, that's a
he's-
big dog.
oh yeah, he's big boy. He's super big boy, but he's like the gentlest creature that you will like ever see. Motherfucker doesn't even lick people. It's weird.
Oh.
Like he doesn't even lick anybody. He just kind of exists. And sometimes he gets like those like little temper tantrums when like he wants something, but it's never aggressive or anything. Like the worst he could do to you is just hit you with his tail while he's walking past,
Nope.
because that thing's a fucking bullwhip. Swear.
God,
Dog tails are simultaneously some of the best things to see wagging and some of the scariest things to see wagging because it's just like, oh man, you're so happy, you're so excited.
Like, you guys have been in call with me when I'm on mobile and I'm just like in my kitchen, and then all of a sudden you start hearing Because my dog's hitting the fucking table with his tail because he's just walking around. And he's like, what's that sound? It's just Angus. What's he doing? I don't know. Existing?
Just being a dog.
Just being a dog doing big
I'm
old dumb
going
dog
to-
things.
Cheat.
Yeah, cheat the system, Cammy.
I love like big chill dogs. My fiance's family had this extremely just huge, big old like even for a golden retriever, this was a very big dog. His
Oh,
name
big.
was Zeus, which is a very appropriate name for a large golden retriever.
Zeus.
And he was so chill, barely even barked, at most would do a tiny little boof, but that was it. But it's like he never seems to realize how big he was, and also he was scared of every smaller dog he ever met. It was like you know, a chihuahua would bark at him and he would cower, even though it's like, Zeus, you could eat that thing. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's Angus. He was afraid of Domino for a little bit. Like, he was weird around her for a while when she was just like a little
I
kitty.
can't even see now. Talking to myself.
It's okay, Cammy. I believe in you. That's part of the process. So Cammy, do you want to talk a bit about what you're working on here, or?
I'm just kind of like making it up as I go.
She really do be
Mhm.
vibing though.
Sounds nice.
Do be vibing though.
We really do be vibing.
Mhm.
Scooby Dooby.
I don't know if I want to keep it at this pace though, because like instead of at 120, because that's very typical.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try 112. Well, that didn't work.
-1.
-1. 112. I like that.
I do too.
Got more. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds better. Okay. Then.
Animals are just evil masterminds, chat.
It's true, they really are.
I have a cat called Crystal who whenever I'm home, like it's gonna be different this time because like I'm moving home like for the foreseeable until I can get a place with my friend. But normally when I'm home I just sleep on the couch because it's easier than just setting up a bed and then like having to leave a month later. So when I do that, my cat knows that I'm there and she goes to bother me first before she bothers anyone else.
Meow,
So
meow.
what she does is that, yeah, what she does is that I'm just lying there. She'll push the door open, she'll jump on me, and then she'll start kneading my stomach until like I go to move. And sometimes she's not gentle. Sometimes she gets her claws out, and I'm just like, oh great, fun. Thanks for making me realize, Kat, that I do indeed have a stomach. But then I decided, well maybe I should just ignore her, like, because then maybe she'll just get fed up and go away. I lie there for about 15 minutes while she's just kneading my stomach, and that little bitch decides, ooh, I know what I'll do, and falls asleep on me for 3 hours.
Now you can't move.
Exactly. So I try to like sort of nap, but I don't sleep on my back, I sleep on my side. So like lying there kind of stagnant for about 3 hours with her just snoozing was a very interesting experience. Not the worst experience, but interesting.
I can't believe Crystal is your sleep paralysis demon.
Yes. I've only ever had sleep paralysis, I believe, once. And I don't believe it was actual sleep paralysis, because like people say like, oh, I see these things in my sleep and all that, and I can't move. The only time I've ever kind of had that happen was when I was literally just lying there one night in this kind of half asleep trance, and I remember imagining like a character from a video game or something just holding me down. And as I imagined that, I realized I literally couldn't move for about a minute. and I think that's the closest I ever got. But like, I've never seen anything creepy or anything.
When I was a little kid, like real little, I think I was like 3 or so, 2 or 3, somewhere in there. I remember like my dad like put me to bed, like he tucked me in and stuff, and then left the room, and like he left the door open, and then this like crab creature suddenly skittered across the floor and crawled onto my stomach, and it looked kind of like scribbly and weird, and I was like, what? And it just sort of like made weird goobly gook noises, and I was like, what?
I think you got
And-
the manifestation of writer's block.
So I was like, what? So of course I was very freaked out. Before I could even scream, it made a few more noises, and then it just sort of, and then it got off, and then it yelled, Liz! And then it scrambled off of my chest and went downstairs, and Liz is my mom's name. I'm like, maybe I was just falling asleep really fast, and my brain, like, you know, in my dream state, I imagined this crab in the place of my dad or something, but, you know, like, that haunted me for years, the weird crab demon that came into my room.
I'm gonna shoot all of this one over so that it
God.
matches. with
I've never
your
had
own.
sleep paralysis, or at least not anything where I like see anything. I don't think I've ever had sleep paralysis, but I've been someone's sleep paralysis demon before.
What?
I was like, I've been maybe okay. So it wasn't sleep, but it was. So what happened was I was in college and I woke up one morning and one of my roommates is like standing outside, and they're just looking down the hallway like scared. So I walk out and I look down the hallway and there's a guy in our room that's just like standing in our room, and he's like stock scared, like just standing there and looking at us, and we're just like, what is going on? Why are you here? And apparently he like, I think one of us had gone to the bathroom even that morning, and we hadn't seen him, but he'd apparently fallen asleep in our bathtub
Huh?
with the curtain closed.
What? That's so
Like,
great.
it's like suddenly he's there, and it's just like, and he like looks at us for a while. We stand in like a Mexican standoff for like 2 minutes, and then he like runs out. And the next day he like tells us, he's like, yeah, I just saw these 2 really tall, skinny, lanky black blotches that were just like moving around like little girls. And I was just like, what? It was like, apparently he just saw the most terrifying thing standing in the hallway. So that's why he didn't move. It's just like, I'm like, one, how did you wake up in our bathtub?
God, that
Why were
reminds
you even in our room?
You know, you do weird shit when you're sleepy.
I think he was
so.
on something, like if I
That all-
remember
that-
correctly.
Yeah, that would also make sense. God, that reminds me of during Voidcation when Split was sleeping on the couch and we were trying to get him to wake up so we could go get food. And like we kept trying to wake him up and he wasn't really responding, so I kind of sat on him and Bro and I were laughing while he tried to wake him up. And finally he was functional. 10 minutes later, I just had this nightmare where there was just this evil laughter going on and something was holding me down.
Oh my god, fuck! Kristen, you were a sleep paralysis demon.
Was the sleep paralysis demon? It was me!
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
Listen, I'm sorry, I'm used to being able to just sit on people and have no consequences.
I just remembered the time where you sat on him and he just fell asleep.
Fall asleep. Exactly.
Split
I'm
Guardian
used to
is
that.
a cryptid man.
Like, you have to understand, I realize this probably sounds kind of odd. Oh, you just sat on Split. I'm like, no, I sit on him all the time. It's very common. In general, I sit on people. I'm much smaller than them, and it means that I get to be close to them by sitting on them.
No, I mean, that's
Closer
fair.
than you could ever know.
He does have a very comfy lap. I'll give him
He has a
that.
very comfy lap. He's very comfy. It's a very comfy man.
Oh yeah.
He has a comfy heart.
He does have a comfy heart, though. That's the thing. Not really. We're all chairs to Kristen. You are all chairs to me, though. It's
You
true.
will serve.
Piper Pro, I know logically that you're in Michigan. You've mentioned this before, but the weird, little, confusing moment I just had when you said that you were in Grand Rapids was very strange for me.
It's like,
Because
you can't be in Grand Rapids. I'm near Grand
that's
Rapids.
where I live. Like, what? What are you talking? Grand Rapids is only a real place for me because I live here. It's not real for anyone else.
You're not supposed to know what Grand Rapids even is.
Exactly.
I just imagine like the Men in Black like flash thingy.
No,
like,
it's
like,
not,
like,
it's
you've
not
heard
a
of
bad
Grand
thing.
Rapids? Shh, no,
No,
you
Piper
haven't.
Pro, it's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's just I just get this little shock of like, wait, how do you know about Grand Rapids?
God.
Grand Rapids is a cryptid place. You are correct.
I just remember showing up in Grand Rapids and it being like cold.
It was
But,
very
like,
cold.
Like we're hugging a giant sloth and we're in the middle of the airport. And it's just
Cold
like,
is the thing.
where
It
is the Uber?
For January, as we
Like, it
stood
was-
there waiting for this Uber while I clutched this sloth. And then we drove around, and the one lady was talking about seeing half a cow on the side of the road, and just
Yeah.
Seeing half a cow on the side of the road?
Yes, half of a cow on the side of the road.
she just sort of casually talked about it. It was really, she was like, yeah, we were driving, she was like, did you guys see that? What? There was like half a cow, just dead body, dead, like, animal corpse on the side of the road, and we're like, no?
Kristen, roll a
that's how-
sanity check.
I mean,
Oh,
sure, but,
God.
you know, I'll succeed it.
I'm so excited for Call of Cthulhu. I wish I could tell them about like the test game we did, like, but
I don't know if
can't.
I can.
Yeah, I don't know.
like part of me like wishes Xander wasn't busy so I could just DM him and be like, "Yo, can we talk about the test game on stream?"
I assume it went well.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
it went
Yeah,
very
bro.
well. Very fun. Very fun.
I'm excited for the character dynamics that we've established.
indeed.
Sunil is baby. That's
Sunil is baby.
what I
Haha.
can confirm.
My character is she's still baby. What am I?
a
Sybil's
different kind of baby. She's like-
Yeah.
she's like baby that you have to keep from sticking a fork in a socket.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Sybil, no. Sybil! Bzzz.
And then she'd-
yeah, of
she'd-
course I went to go see the dead body.
And then she'd be sitting there with her hair stuck up after sticking the fork in the socket, and she'd be like, "That was fun!" And she'd go to do it again.
That didn't feel deadly at all.
I kind of liked it.
Ah.
God.
Sorry for the gasp. I'm playing Subway Surfers right now. I know, fucking fossil of a game, right?
Yeah.
Oh?
Ooh.
I'm just messing around at this point.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It says, can I ask this question from Churrobird?
Sure, go ahead.
Aside from your own character, and with as minimal spoilers as possible, who's your favorite character in the COC party?
Kit.
I
Kit.
don't think
Kit Sullivan. That was his character.
I love them all too much.
Like,
the thing is,
Yeah. Go ahead.
they're all my favorite for different reasons. Is the problem?
You're valid. You're valid. That is a valid summation of the COC party.
Yeah.
And that's not even a cop-out answer. Like, a lot of times they'll be like, "Oh, you're just copping out. You just don't want to say it." It's like, no, that's actually how the COC party is. Like,
Yeah.
Like, all of
like
these
the whole
characters are
party is
really
good.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's partly why I'm very excited for you all to see these characters.
Yeah.
We've been putting a lot of time into these, especially Atlas. God, Atlas has thrown so much time into their character.
Atlas has done so much research for their character. I feel woefully inadequate in comparison.
I think I feel I just made up all my shit.
So did I.
I did some research, and Atlas and I like collabed on some research. like we just kind of tagged each other in a couple times. But I have more to do. I have more to do. I've wasted so much time making memes that now I have to remember to finish my character sheet.
We can't
So-
even share those memes yet. Big
I
fucking
can't even
spoiler.
share those memes yet.
We did get to share Kiss Kiss Fall in Love though.
We did get to share Kiss Kiss Fall in Love.
So Sybil has no brains. So Sybil has no brain cell. I love her. No, she has a brain cell.
No,
She has-
Sybil has a brain cell.
Sybil's actually
That-
He just
gotten
uses
plenty
it
of
for-
brain cells. She's just very adventurous.
Yeah. The thing that's most concerning about Sybil is honestly, she's quite sane and she 100% has some brain cells. This is an active, very direct choice to do the things she does.
Who the fuck just booped people in the chat? Who the fuck just booped somebody in the chat? Will Cypher 10. Will Cypher 10's booping people in the chat. Call the police. I'm kidding, that's a joke.
Your boobs have been confiscated.
Your boobs have been confiscated. Do you have a permit for that booping?
Ooh. Cammy, this sounds really good.
It really does.
I need to turn
It scares me.
Why?
Because we gotta build on it.
Well, this is what you get for making me do the melody first.
You
No, I
have
didn't
to
have
do it first. 'Cause
I
you're
know, I did.
cheating.
But this is what happens when I build a melody. I just mess around with it and just keep going. I already have a minute.
I don't want to bastardize it with like my funky fresh beats or anything.
The whole collaboration. It's okay. You're making a thing together.
God. Phoenix Rising 1992 said, "Is Sybil's brain cell the one we all keep borrowing?"
No, she has her own brain cells.
No, Sybil has her own brain. Listen. The COC party has each one of them has a brain cell. I can say this with utmost certainty that each one of them has a brain cell, but it all has a different function. There are 5 brain cells between the COC party, and they all have a different function.
And sometimes we like to share brain cells because the other one's kind of pretty.
Yes. Oh. I have to listen to it. I have to do a DMP thing. I will be right back.
Oh my
Okie-dokie.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm sorry that I've turned this into a me gushing about COC stream, but like,
We haven't even
I'm
started
sorry.
yet.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Queen.
No, don't apologize. I'm very excited to see it. The designs for the characters are fucking gorgeous. I am in lesbians for all of them, even though 4 of them are guys.
That's okay. You can be a lesbian for Mason. It's cool.
Well, it's more Split's character I'm really drawn to.
Ah, yes. James.
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 God, I want to talk about the one shot so bad.
You can talk about it when we have to stream if you want.
Just send
Fuck
Xander a
you,
message,
man.
be like, hey, can we talk about it? He's most likely gonna say no. But...
He's most likely gonna say no, but like, I want to message him about it. Ask, hey, can we at least like mention some of the stuff that happened? Because I feel like it would be good PR. That's my excuse.
You just like talking about Call of Cthulhu, don't you, Squidward?
Good.
Oh, so I don't know if you saw, but Nickelodeon posted a load of pictures today in celebration of Pride Month of all the LGBT characters in their shows, and one of them was SpongeBob.
Which is interesting to me, and I'm
Yeah.
saying this because SpongeBob is canonically Ace. So why?
Yeah, Yeah, Steven Hillenburg.
I
said
actually
that,
didn't
right?
know that.
Steven Hillenburg said so before he died.
Oh, that explains it.
He also
Which-
said he didn't want any spin-offs of his show before he died too. But...
And then what
Yeah.
happened?
Like, what's interesting is that I looked this up in the SpongeBob musical. Hillenburg was totally for.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking SpongeBob musical. They were working on it before he passed.
Yeah, it's like because a lot of people are like, oh, this is just more people taking a dump on Hillenburg's, and it's just like, no, Steven Hillenburg was down for the musical.
I mean, who wouldn't be down for a SpongeBob musical?
Yeah.
People who looked at it and said this is going to be dumb, and then it wasn't. It's a good musical.
It's a very neat musical.
Good.
God, I just keep playing Subway Surfers, and I'm just looking at like, man, some of these trains are gonna go into like head-on collisions with other trains. Cause like I just passed by a barrier or something, and then a train's heading right for it. And it's like, what are you doing? You should have stopped a mile ago. What's happening? Who's running these tracks?
The tracks.
Who's running the tracks?
I've messaged Xander, and now I'm sitting here trying not to justify myself before he answers. like I'm sitting here trying really hard not to say now before you say no.
Now, just hold on a minute, partner. Hold on.
It's like, bro, why do you like talking about Call of Cthulhu so much? It's one of the few positive things happening in my life right now.
Call of Cthulhu is just kind of.
Oh, we lost Cammy.
Oh shit,
Of
we lost
course,
Jamie.
the internet decides to go putz.
Okay, there we go. Bow. Back in it. Back in it.
I was like, I wonder why it got so quiet. I can actually focus. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's my internet.
I'm excited for Call of Cthulhu because my only experience with it, I played a one-shot where, with full permission from Alex, I played Zafira as an Italian maid, which was interesting. But the problem was that part of the thing we did was that investigating this like mad person in an asylum. The problem is that other people in the party couldn't exactly take the hint to say, you need to move on from this, you can't learn anything else, because there was a part where we'd asked so many questions and I was trying to say like, okay, maybe we should go now. And then the DM was like, okay, so the patient like sort of breaks down and starts rocking and just says, I can't do this, I can't do this. Which, you know, would normally be the sign of like, okay, we should go. But no, my teammate was like, I grab him by the neck and say, tell me what you know.
Holy fuck.
Fun.
Yeah, so that went on for longer. We didn't finish it that night, and then I didn't turn up to the next one because I was just like, ugh.
Yeesh.
To be fair, we did beat the crap out of an NPC that was begging for their life in one of my campaigns earlier, because we were like, the NPC that we were fighting was being quote unquote controlled by a witch that we had already dealt with before. But the person was like, if I don't do this, she'll kill me. We're like, fine, we'll just stop you from doing it. We just beat the crap out of her until she passed out.
Oh my gosh.
Even though she was crying and begging for her life. We're like, we're not going to kill you. We're just going to knock you out. That way she can't control you.
Just gonna give you the good old blim blam. Bah, bah.
Hey guys. Hey
Huh?
guys.
Huh?
What?
Xander sent me a thumbs up.
Yay.
So James carried a dead body. That and undead raccoons.
Of course he did.
So it's like everybody's like, I'm gonna go explore this barn, and then I'm just like, actually, Sunil's gonna walk around the perimeter to see what's like outside, and so like Kit is going to get his gun, so like they start walking together, and they see this raccoon just lying face down, and they just go, huh, and then they walk past it, and then later they see like a lump in the back of the in the back of the house or whatever, and it's just like, oh, well, that seems foreboding. But at the same time, Kit was being like yelled back to the barn. So, like,
Sybil had taken a fucking tumble, and like, God, it was like Sybil took like a big damage hit from this. which it was
Like
just
lost
her
a third of
tripping
her
over-
health from tripping in a barn. It was really...
like it was just tripping in a barn. Like, these characters are so fucking fragile, and that's actually like the Call of Cthulhu thing. It's like we are human and very, very, very fragile. Yeah, she tripped and fell, and then got her shit fucked up. Like, oh my god. Yeah, we ended up yelling for the doc to come back for help.
And so like Sunil stays outside, and then they like yell back at him like, "Hey, did you find anything?" And Sunil's just like, "Yeah, I found one dead thing, and one thing I think is dead." So then like James comes out, and he's just like, "Ah, I see, it's a dead body."
Ah, a dead
And
body.
like, and then Sybil like runs after him to like at the words "dead body." So they both look at it, and like then he calls Sunil over. Sunil looks at Sunil comes and looks at it, and he's just like, "I need your opinion on what is happening here." And Sunil's just like, "Uh-huh. So it's probably demons."
Actually, if I delete that.
According to my medical opinion, demons. Sunil,
Oh, I
what-
see. We're deep in Call of Cthulhu talking here.
We're allowed to
Xander
talk
said we
about
could
it.
talk.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, so it's like, so then Sunil's like, "Hold on, this will be weird, but like, let me take a second." So he goes and walks over back to the raccoon that he and Kit were looking at, and he just like flips it over, and it's like, "Oh, I see. This cadaver has also been ravaged by what I assume to be demons." They're like, "You sure a person didn't do it?" And Sunil's like, "No, I'm pretty sure it's demons."
No, the hole in this poor thing's chest is too smooth to have been just a man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Sybil
it wasn't an animal.
Wow, that's horrifying.
Wow, I've never seen
God.
something so grotesque. Is there anything
Great.
else?
Is there more?
Move that all over this way.
Cthulhu rises out of the depths solely to get in on the jazz times.
God.
But yes, just demons.
Cthulhu rises just to get his jazz on. Just to bust a fucking move in
God.
a nightclub.
I'm sorry. It's just right. We were telling the story because James picked up the dead body.
He just picked that shit up and we're like, "James, why did you do that?" And he's like, "To respect the dead body." And it's like, "Why would you touch it?"
It's like, "Mason, I need you to take a sanity roll." Huh?
Huh? I
You
looked
saw
away.
a dead
It's like,
Too
yes,
bad.
you saw the dead body first. Take a sanity roll. Fuck.
Like Sunil's like yelling from the side, like, "Don't bring it up! Don't do." Oh, okay.
Deathly afraid of sanity rolls in the game. I'm so afraid of sanity checks. I'm so fucking scared of sanity checks in Call of Cthulhu. Cause if you get like an especially bad one, you get fucked up.
You get real fucked.
You get real fucked up.
God. Like, God, I can't wait for you guys to meet these characters and to see their dynamics, because it's good. It's good
It's
stuff.
a good time. I'm so excited to not play an angry woman. It's gonna be great. Hoo boy. What a time to be alive.
I'm so excited to play a character that isn't Junior.
No chocolate thunder for me today.
My
God.
brain is farting.
You only got 15 minutes, Cammy. You can do it.
The thing is, I kind of created a decent spot to stop because it ends right where it began.
Je ne vais keep
So I'm good.
going.
I'm good.
Oh,
1:30.
who just dropped bits?
It's
Narclear Taco.
it's for the dead body.
It's for the dead body. I need everyone to roll a D100 for a sanity check.
It's okay, I
I'm gonna
succeeded.
duplicate it, and I'm going to take all of this. I'm going to transpose it. -12, because I want to hear what it sounds
Oh,
like.
bollocks. Okay.
Churo's asking, are there any other good stories from the one shot?
Yeah, so my character and Split's character almost got fucking arrested, and it would have been worthless for us to have gotten arrested the way that, like, it was gonna go down. But fucking, we were asking this guy about this book, and what we ended up finding out was that after Xander had read us a letter again that we had ended up getting read to in the beginning, it was like actually like all the materials that we needed. Like we actually didn't really need to get that fucking book. Like we we really didn't.
Book.
I thought we needed the book to actually do this ritual, and so did Split, and so did everyone else. And so we were just really trying to get this book from this guy, and he was just like, "No, I cannot let." I cannot let this get into the wrong hands. If it gets into the wrong hands, it could be devastating. And then we're just like, okay, that's cool. And Mason gets up to leave, and he locks the door. And then the guy's like, what are you doing? And then James is like, listen, we really need to get that book. So many lives are at stake. And then the fucker pulls a gun out on us.
He's like, get out of my office.
This old-ass professor pulls out a fucking revolver, and he's like, get out of my office. I will not say it again.
Wow.
You do not understand what this book contains. And then, with the second we open up the door, he's like, guards! Security! And then we're like, oh, it's time to go. And then he was like, I won't tell them what you were looking for if you just get the fuck out.
Yep.
And then Sybil comes back having found all this information just through her charm.
Yeah, so Sybil hangs out at Miskatonic University all the time. She's totally studying the occult because she's way interested in the occult. But basically, so she's rich. She's extremely rich. No one can tell her no for anything, really. So she just kind of waltzes in and goes, okay, so I'm getting these books. Do you plan on returning those books, Sybil? Of course, eventually. 100% has no intention of returning them. No one can tell her no. Walks and
She
she's
will
like,
just
okay,
buy the
so
book.
I need to know about the sarcophagus, and I don't know how to read hieroglyphics. But one of the professors does. And then she just charms him into looking up all the information. And then it was like, we need information on the civilization of Mew. And it was like, well, I'm not good at library use, but I'm sure I can find someone who does. And I rolled so well that someone was just like, I could use some help. And then 3 boys just come out of nowhere. They're all just so happy. They're like so happy to help this cute girl. And she's just like, please. So Sybil's utility is just charming other people into doing shit for her.
God.
It's a very effective tool that will help us
It works
later.
really well.
It works really well.
It's like, oh, I failed my library use check. Darn. Can I make it a charm check to get somebody else? Meanwhile, you have Sunil and Kit like going to go look at the haunted house. And they get to like the town where the house is, and they meet this lady, and she's like telling them, "Oh yeah, everybody thinks the house is haunted." And Sunil and Kit are just like, "Yeah, no, it's probably haunted, but you know, like how haunted? Like how?" And then they get to the house. They don't even make it up to the front door. Like Kit like drives up. They both see the house. They just go, "Ah, house haunted." And
Haunted, yes.
And then then Kit just like starts backing up, like not the most unceremonious backup, like just like this, like going forward and then just suddenly going back. They make it back to the library, find out like everything that's happened, and they're just like, "Oh, well, what's going on with the house?" And then Sunil just goes, "House haunted."
What?
House haunted.
House haunted.
House is haunted.
House haunted.
Oh.
Moon's haunted. Huh?
Moon's
Moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted. Yep. So that's a thing. God, there was a bit where like, well, oh God, we explored a barn and Sybil tripped and
Yeah.
nearly fucking was horribly injured just tripping in a fucking barn.
Yep, I'm
She's-
done.
Yay!
Yay!
So what do we got so far? Let's hear it in full.
Cammy?
It's
Yeah.
muted. I can't
what?
hear.
Oh,
What?
I can't hear it.
Well, for
What?
one, you should save
I already did.
and then
save.
reopen Mixcraft.
No.
What?
Heckin'. I thought you guys could hear me that whole time. No one told me.
We can hear you,
We're
but
in
like
a
cut
Oh.
out in the middle of half of a story, so I didn't say anything. I was still watching you work, but we couldn't hear what you were doing for a good like 5 minutes. It was only like 5 minutes. It wasn't very long. But now we can hear the
Like
thing.
you'd said you were almost done, so I was like, okay, I'll let her.
Where?
Yeah, just reopen Mixcraft. It'll just turn
Okay.
back on.
Let's try it again.
Test it
All
out.
right, ready?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear it?
Yep.
Let me get into the stream.
Mike, don't do this to me.
Okay.
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 Let's hear it.
That was
Okay.
lovely.
Thanks.
Aww.
So
Oh.
now I save as a MIDI file.
Oh, you can
as a
actually
mid-
save it as a Mixcraft file since we're all using Mixcraft.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
well, I have it saved as. I'll save it as to
Save it as a project. Drop it into Google Drive.
3-person.
And then I'ma
challenge.
download it.
Hey, questiones.
Answeronies.
Where's the Google file? Where's the Google Drive?
We don't really have like
Is there
a
a specific
specific
folder?
drive. No, I mean like you
Like,
can
is there a
just...
specific folder? Did you already make one, or do I need to make one?
No, we don't have a Google Drive or anything.
I mean, you can put it in IR Google Drive if you want to, so
Here,
if you
hold
don't
on.
want to
I'll make
bother
a-
with yours.
I'll make a folder right now. I got you.
Okay.
Do,
Word to your mother.
Oh no, it's
Nice.
already catchy.
Yeah, it's already in my head, so that's a good sign.
You did something.
Hooray! That was the goal.
You have succeeded at the thing you set out to do.
Hooray!
All right, let me just grab a little link for this.
Wow, 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 wow. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Ba-da-da-da-down-da-down.
Oh gosh.
Yes, anyone with a link can
close it.
edit. Excellent. So now it is my turn.
Smack the link in here.
I'm gonna wreck it. Oh, I just now saw the raccoon with the cheese. Oh, fuck.
That's.
Sorry. I had the wrong thing copied.
Oh no! That's not what we need.
Mo shindere.
Nani?
It looks like a deformed Pac-Man.
Oh god, where's the thing? Where's
Okay, there it is.
I know, but I need to find where I saved it.
God dang it, Cammy!
God
Hey,
damn it!
Oh, bollocks.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
fuck.
It's fine. 3-person. Come on, documents. Yes, documents.
Anna Moon
Wait,
is
say it
back.
again.
What does that mean, Anna Moon is back? Is that just when I start
Ooh.
speaking Japanese?
Yes.
I guess.
I thought it was back when we used to make a whole bunch of anime parodies of you, like
There it
2
is.
years ago.
Yeah, but that wasn't really like a public thing.
Now that I think about it, it wasn't. I'm sorry.
I still enjoyed it nonetheless.
Zerudahime.
Ino ikari, yumi no risai, kimi no kari no monozoshi. Kono kuni de nani o shimasu ka? What was that, Queen?
Giggle.
But yeah, no, if you look in the folder, it should be uploaded.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not to get back on this, but
Yes.
Churro wants to know the heights of the COC party.
Tell me those heights.
I can't
Not as
remember
tall as you
all
think.
of them.
I remember off the top of my head everybody's heights.
Nice. Well, you got to keep in mind that people ran shorter overall in the 1920s, guys.
Yeah.
Why does that matter?
Well, because so
I know what they
Vincent
want.
is 5'8", right? And
Yeah.
that's actually really even a little tallish for his time period. But everyone's like, Vincent's so short.
I called Vincent a tiny army man last Sunday stream, and then I looked at it and was like, Emilio and him are the same height.
But yes,
God.
continue with the heights.
Kristen, are you
Um,
implying that I cannot love small people?
No, but I'm just saying we give Vincent so much shit for being quote unquote short.
He's not
And
short. He's short relative to like the DMP
everyone
people.
else, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, but height wise, if I remember, Sybil is 4'11.
Sybil is 4'11", yes, because I can't imagine playing a tall person.
Sybil is 4'11. Mason, I believe you said he was 5'8.
Yeah, Mason's 5'8".
Kid is 5'6.5", or 5'5.5", one or the other.
I
Around the
think
5'6" area.
Yeah.
James is 5'10". He is a very tall man for this era.
For the time period, yes.
And Sunil is between 5'4" and 5'6". Just don't ask him. Just don't ask. It's a sort. Don't ask him. Don't add him.
Yes.
Just
Don't make a call out on Twitter.com for poor
Yes.
Sunil Bende.
Yes. I guess I can talk about. One day I will play as a not small character, but it's not today. I like playing smalls, okay? It lets me feel empowered. And also I just like height differences. Conveniently for her, I mean, it would be really difficult for any of these boys to not be taller than her, but they're all taller than her. Great.
Listen, I made him short, but I couldn't make him shorter than Sybil. That was just
Yeah,
too much.
you can't. That's too much. I feel I should warn people Sybil's a huge flirt. It's also been decided that James is a huge flirt and Mason is a huge flirt. I'm mostly mentioning this because, like, I'm gonna warn you guys, James and Sybil are gonna flirt. So I'm gonna need you guys to just accept that that's part of things and not be like, but they're played by Kristen and Split. They're siblings, so James and Sybil are also siblings. No. ROCs are separate people and they can flirt if they want to flirt.
They can flirt if they want to. They can leave poor Mason behind.
Oh no, she'll flirt with Mason too. Sybil has
I
two
know.
hands.
James
Mason
has
gets
to
paid
be
to have two hands.
Exactly. So, like, there was this bit in the, like, test game where like James's shirt got all ripped up, and he was thinking about borrowing one from Mason, and Mason's like, it's a fancy, just don't rip it. And they were talking about this role, and she was like, this just seems like a lot of trouble. I'm just not gonna change shirts. And Sybil's like, oh no, you should change shirts. I guess I'm changing shirts. But yes, I'm just taking this moment to start defending this now, because listen, everyone's always like Vincent and Murder God have sibling energy, and I'm like, they don't. You're just thinking of that because Split and I have sibling energy.
Yep.
Cousins.
Cousins. So yeah, they're all good beings. I love this disaster.
I'm ready for episode 1 of Sybil's harem anime.
Sybil's harem anime. The one she's really going to fall in love with is Cthulhu. Listen, I
To be
specifically
fair,
made...
Eldritch horror monsters are something people are into.
Yeah,
Well, we know.
exactly. Oh, we know. I'm aware. I make Eldritch horror monsters. So Ava was obviously a very careful character, and Murder Guide, for all of her chaos in general, like her decisions are usually pretty like, I don't want to say they're not they're made with a lot of like thought put in mind and stuff. Sybil's not cautious at all. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna go put my fork in the socket. You can't tell me what to do.
God.
I think it'll be fun.
Ooh, bells.
Cammy, are you okay if I change an instrument?
I don't mind if you change an instrument.
Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie, artichoke. Let's. Is this it?
Fuck, DMP's also coming back.
DP is also coming back.
We worked on stuff for Jordan's character a little bit today, actually.
I'm very excited.
Woo!
Drop
Very
your theories.
excited.
Drop your theories in the comments
Drop
right
your
now.
This
your
is now
theories
the time to drop your theories in the comments.
That's right. I brought up DMP by myself like an asshole. Sorry. I'm excited about it.
Technically, the chat brought it up, and then you were like, "Oh yeah, do that."
What a convenient time for me to talk about DMP on a Sunday stream.
Hot dang.
Let's. That's right, because you know, spoilers. Jordan's character will be waking up over the course of Camp Stream Mix because he's the only one
Would have
left.
guessed. Who would have
would've guessed?
foreseen? Who could have?
Horror.
I'm excited for him.
I'm very excited.
I'm
for
also
him.
excited.
I just want to see that face.
It's pretty handsome.
Pretty
That's
nice
all-
face.
All the characters in DMP are hot.
Grace
fuck,
is not hot.
Grace is hot. Fuck you.
I'm gonna say, I think there are people who would argue with you.
Yeah, I will. Grace is hot.
Place.
It's like, okay, we've talked about this before, and I agree with you that I like the fact that Grace, for her time, isn't considered conventionally attractive.
Nah, she's not conventionally attractive, but I still think she's hot.
It's like, I will never take that from her character because I feel like it is, like, I don't know, her being taller and having, like, a more defined bone structure. And it's just, like, I don't know, those, ooh, this is, stank face. Okay, sorry.
Yes! 3 shot 1! No, that's a flat. Fucking stupid. I'm stupid.
God. Can't read.
JoJo's character is gonna get yeeted. No particular reason. I just want to see it happen. No one would ever get away with throwing Thorin. Murder God would just like
I'd do it.
immediately eviscerate
Yeah.
them. You're not in the
Bitch,
show.
I'd do it.
Demi.
Doesn't mean we won't do it.
Doesn't mean I can't do it. Just
You-
appears
you-
out of the ether.
You cannot. You cannot do that.
Oops.
I
Christine
don't
and
know.
Grace team up for one night.
One last time. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Christine is like one of the very last characters who would yeet a child. She's a mom.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I wouldn't.
I mean, yeah.
Cammy has to fight her primal urge to yeet the child, while Christine's like, no, no.
Christine's just like, I wouldn't do it. I'm like, bitch, yes.
Just
Kick
imagine
the
you doing a
baby.
death drop.
Kick the baby. Kick the baby.
I just imagined you doing a death drop while kicking a child. A GIF of that has to exist somewhere.
Sure.
Probably. Final Awaken's gotta be someone who knows jokes, given the likes of Big Brain. They probably know about pop culture references and are cultured enough to sing Be Our Guest. Therefore, the Final Awakened has got to be none other than Upgraded Moon. It's foolproof.
Shit, I've been had.
The Final Awakened is just Jordan.
Yeah.
Peekaboo, motherfuckers.
The root theory.
I mean, Jordan has been in the show canonically a couple.
Yeah, that's true.
I could be anywhere at any time. I could be anyone. Matter of fact, spoiler alert, I'm Vincent Marshall Reed. I'm the Grace Killer.
Junior. Oh, thank God.
Oh my god. God, a while back I was reminded of the fact that like someone had the suggestion of just like I'm the Grace Killer as a DMP t-shirt. Just that's just the words I'm the Grace Killer on a t-shirt. And I'm like, you know, there's potential for that. Oh fuck, that's something wrong. Fucking Photoshop. There we go.
We are all the Grayscale.
We the real Grace Killer was the friends we made along the way.
God, it's like fucking
And
Spartacus.
then it was
Which
right.
of you is the Grace Killer?
I
I am the Grace
I'm the
Killer.
Grace Killer.
No, I am
I'm-
the Grace Killer.
You're the Grace Killer. You're the Grace Killer. You're the Grace Killer. I'm the Grace
Grace-
Killer.
Are there any other Grace killers I should know about?
Meow.
I'm out of here. That was literally why Christine left. Canon. Too many. Too many of them. I can't kill all
Too
of
many
them.
Grace Killers.
I
Too
can't
many
kill
Grace
all of them,
Killers.
man.
Too
Not
many
enough
Grace
time.
Killers. Too many.
Too many Grace
Stop.
Killers.
God. Do you ever sometimes though, like this is serious because I was listening to this recently, but do you ever get the vibe like when you watch an episode of DMP back and it just hits really differently for you?
Bold of you to assume I rewatched the episodes.
Oh, well, there was one
I-
episode. There was one episode, the one where Yugo awakened, where it's like when he was still like the sleeper character, and Murdergod's just like, go on, kill someone, do it, and all this. And then there's a part where like Jordan just says, "You want to get out of here, don't you?" And I'm just like, oh, and I just picture like actual Jordan saying that, and I'm like, oh, that's dark.
Oh man.
Well, I just I remember in the Hunger Games episode where Darby's character, where Junior and Darby's character were facing off, and Junior's like holding him in about. This is the only kill that Junior got in that entire episode.
He's just not very, the Grace Killer is just not very good at killing, if we're honest with ourselves. But,
But it's he was about to take out Darby's character, and Darby's character, I think his name was it was like a spoof on Gale. I think it was either I think it was a spoof on Gale instead of PETA, and he's just like, we don't have to do this, we don't have to fight, we don't have to play the game, and I'm just sitting there like,
promise. I can make a.
and like every time I think back to that, and I'm just like, yeah, that was one of those times where Yugo was there talking.
Wow.
like listening back and hearing all the times where you've like intentional or not the moments that feel like the awakened character going through,
Mm-hmm.
which Which usually it's intentional. It's almost like most of these characters have existed since like
Several years now.
2018 or something. I can make a promise. That meme, that whole meme will only make sense at the end of the season.
Oh no.
It's fine.
It is not.
God. Hey, did you guys know that season 1, episode 1 is almost at 10K views?
Oh God, please don't. No,
I'm
don't
gonna
tell
keep reminding you.
Ah! That's the one I want least to have 10K views.
God.
God, the season 3 premiere has been doing really well.
It's good.
It's still doing really well.
Yeah.
It's good to hear. No, I'm just glad people watch the thing.
Yeah.
Reminder, guys, even if you watch the show, like,
Comment on the YouTube.
comment on the
video.
YouTube, click on the thing and like the video. They help us in the algorithm.
God.
Oh, what a time. Final episode is a cook-off. No, it's not.
Surprise!
So, I received something a few weeks ago, which is never going to be heard by anyone besides me. Would you like to know what it is?
Ooh, sorry, continue.
No. Would you like to know what it is?
Yeah.
It is a ASMR of Stephen Cutter comforting you on a bad day.
Oh. Oh.
That's amazing.
And it just took this like really weird turn that I wasn't expecting. I'm like, oh, this is a lot more sweeter than I expected. Because I was expecting to be really dark, like, oh, don't worry, you know, I'll take care of it. But no, it was really nice.
What is a Daisy Theribo?
I don't know. Hey, I don't have a problem. I just like Stephen Cutter.
Blame you. I cannot judge you. I love every DMP character and want nice ASMR of them all saying nice things to me.
Sadly, I have to hop off because I am preordained for another thing I gotta do tonight.
Alrighty.
Have
See you,
a
Cammy.
good
Thank you for
time,
joining
Cammy.
us.
Bye,
Thanks for
Cammy.
coming.
Sounds like at the end of it
We'll
all.
send you the final product.
Yay! Thank you. I hope everybody has a fun time in stream.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I like, you know what I really want to record?
What do you
What?
want to record?
I really want to record ASMR Grease Garden making sure you're okay during a police interrogation.
That's
Would you
very
like
dark.
a cup of tea?
ASMR Junior gives you therapy while you.
Oh, and for people in the chat, the Stephen Cutter Theory Cafe has now been transferred to a normal dessert cafe. With
Boo.
the
No,
spaceship.
sir.
What the hell? I would even have Murder God ASMR. Murder God. I don't know.
Oh God,
Does
that's
it
a
have to be
bedroom
calming ASMR or can it be?
Because Murder God would not be good calming ASMR.
It could be Murder God murders you. Because I've seen that kind of ASMR.
That's true. That ASMR does exist.
Here's the thing, like, there are certain ASMRs that just really... I kind of like the sort of gentle voice thing, but not like the whispering ASMR. Because I remember one time I saw one where it's like, a knight has come to rescue you. And like the guy who was doing it was on camera, and like he was this really good-looking guy. So I was like, oh my god, yes, this is what I need. I click on it, and it's just like, hello there. I am
Oh,
Prince."
that's enough out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop,
It was just
stop.
enough. That-
Like
Yeah,
there's
I
some
just, like,
ASMR where I'm just like, don't whisper at me. You are ruining it by whispering at me.
yeah, exactly.
Right?
Like, you've come to rescue me. Like, I understand you speaking gently, so like, oh, if we're hiding from something, but don't whisper in my ear.
I just, in general, I don't really like whispering noises, but especially like, you know, the ASMR microphone whisper clicks. Just, it gives me a headache.
Yeah.
Super hate it.
There it is.
Because it was like the other day my friend actually this is a few weeks ago, but he recorded the call that we had all been in, like in my server, and he sent like this little edited video thing to me with like the audio in it, and there's a part where I just stopped whispering into the mic, and even that made me uncomfortable.
I don't like whispering. I don't like it. I don't like it. Like when I used to listen to ASMR because I used to listen to it like to help me fall asleep. Just and now I listen to Cursed Throne. Please watch Cursed Throne. But like I would listen to it to help me fall asleep. I would do like the tapping and the wood blocks and stuff and only like certain things, but the moment they started whispering, I'd be like, nope, out of here. We're done.
I feel
It's
that.
over.
It's over.
It's over!
It's over! I, just, man. I don't like whispering. As, you know, I've done more, like, audio-related things. I didn't used to notice, like, you know, mouth pops and things. Now I notice it. Now I notice it in everything. I hate that I have this forbidden knowledge.
It's
I
those
hate that I know
plosives.
this.
I was listening to some song like a while ago and I was listening to it and then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna listen to this professionally. And then I was like, I can hear everywhere where you cut the audio. I can hear every single spot where you did not mix this correctly. What is wrong with you? Why is this on the radio?
You must do better!
Because it was some song and I think like it was some song and then like the levels kept changing and I don't think it was on purpose. And I was just like, what? And then there's like certain songs I think by Coldplay, if I remember correctly, where you can actually hear like the instrumental playing back in the vocals.
Oh.
Like their headphone leakage. There's headphone leakage in a lot of like grunge songs. Or a lot of songs in general, but like especially in like the 2000s, like and it's just like bruh, turn it down.
Just.
It's like this is a thing on the radio and I'm hearing headphone leakage. Why?
This is one of those moments where I'm glad I don't have such insider knowledge. I'm like, you know what? I'm okay being just ignorant. Because the small glance behind the veil that I have where I notice every mouth pop is already too much. I already hate this.
Because what I found out is that like I can't say if a song is mixed well or if I just don't like the genre of mixing when it comes to like 2000s whatever the heck Green Day does. Because I'll listen to it and everything will sound all mushed together. And I'm just like, I don't know if you did this on purpose. Because at first I just thought, oh, it's older audio, so the quality's like that. And then it's like, nope, there are songs equally as old that do not sound this mushed together, which means
It's
they did it
just
like that on purpose.
Yeah, it's just the vibe. Curse this forbidden knowledge. Doing really nice, Jordan.
Thank you.
It's only been 17 minutes.
It's only been 17 minutes. Too much power.
Too much power. Oh, God. Read the start. No, see, like, you should get in the audio. Okay, here's the thing. It'll bother you for a while, and then you'll just be like, you know what? No, this is just how art works.
Yep. Yeah, because here's the thing, like, so I kind of run into this when I look at art and things like that. Like, I feel like I definitely notice problems that other people don't notice. Because I actively, you know, like, oh god, I've cursed everyone with tangent knowledge.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, it's also really satisfying, because it means, like, you're aware of, like, the building blocks and things like that. Like, when I look at, you know, a drawing or a painting, I can more clearly see what they're doing. Usually I can tell, like, you know, what kind of techniques are they using. I don't know, I find the insider knowledge to be really satisfying, because I feel like I'm understanding the thing on, like, a different level, which is neat.
It's like, the
So-
thing is... Continue.
You know, getting into a thing is good. It is okay to be, like, in some ways it is a curse, because, you know, after going to art school and learning about tangents, how I suffered. But the thing is, because I learned about tangents, now I know to avoid tangents. It just means when I'm giving people art advice, they hate me.
Well, like, the cool thing is that now I feel as though I could look at a little kid's thing that they did and be like, actually, you fundamentally understand this thing that a lot of adults don't understand.
Yeah.
It's just like, you can now, like, kind of appreciate other stuff a little bit more. As in, it's just like, oh, well, on a technical level, sure, this isn't like a fantastical thing, but on another level, you're really good at this part, which means that, like, we just need to work on this part.
Yeah, it means it also means, yeah, you're able to more easily pick out, like, here's what you're good at, here's what needs to be worked on, as opposed to just being able to generically go, it is good!
It's like, I like it! Why do you like it? I don't know!
I just like it! Yeah, I like being able to write a cresse about why I like things.
You too can learn the power of the cresse!
You too can learn the power of the cresse! Everyone leaves. No, it's fun, I swear!
What is it? What is the fucking note? What is wrong? It sounds wrong, I know it is, but I can't find out where.
God.
There's something wrong there. I can sense it. What is wrong? Fucking, I'm sticking you the octave down. Just deal with it.
How? Oh, that hurt.
Are you okay?
My microphone was pressed against my chest, and I didn't realize my hair was in the way, so I pulled my head, and the hair pulled with it.
Uh.
What is happening? I did not expect that. No, okay, so a tangent in art. A tangent in art is more commonly, so say you're drawing, like, someone kneeling or something and their arm is on their leg. It's actually better to have the arm go across the leg instead of having the arm run parallel with the legs. If lines are so close they are almost touching, but they don't actually touch, it creates tension, and that's usually where the eye goes. Usually a tangent is like, oh, the character's arm is really close to the edge of the picture and it's creating tension, so your eye is going to that spot, but that's not the focal point, so it becomes distracting. I realize this is kind of hard to explain.
It's
but
hard to do without being able to see.
Yeah.
Like,
remind me-
sorry.
Remind me to talk about tangents when we do an art stream, because it'll come up.
Yeah.
Tangents are my thing now, I guess.
I learned about tangents for the first time in the... No, it wasn't Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud. It was a different book that I bought that was about making comics that I need to remember what it was called. And they were talking about, like, hey, here's what a tangent is. Here's how not to do that between your panels, because if you do it between panels, it'll look real. It's especially bad for comics. Like, in regular illustrations, you can kind of get away with it.
Yeah, but
at least to some extent. But with comics, if it happens, it makes the readability hard. It makes it like you can't read it now.
Yeah. It's interesting because, like, with illustration, you can get away with it, like, as long as, like, if you make the focal point, like, draw the eye enough, you can get away with tangents in an illustration. It's still, I would still, recommend
Still shouldn't do it
them,
if you...
but, yeah, avoid them if you can, but, you can cheat. Also, with things like, animatics and animation, sometimes, I will stop things just for fun, be like, and there's a tangent. But the thing is, like, with animation, it's moving so fast, it doesn't matter. Though I do notice it sometimes if, like, a character stays still for a while, I'm like, that's a tangent, or that character's hair color or whatever is so close to the background color, they're kind of blending together. Oh well, I'm sure they also knew it was a problem. It's too late now.
Deadlines are deadlines.
Deadlines are deadlines, I understand.
It's like with animation, you have to worry about motion tangents.
Yeah.
As in, like, okay, where, like, or at least that's what I'm gonna call them. It's more like a camera direction kind of thing. But, like, if you have the camera going a certain way, like, you have to know what direction things are going at all times, or else it will make it hard to understand what is happening.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So I like making animatics a lot. I like pausing movies and being like, yeah, I like talking about Snowpiercer.
I love Snowpiercer.
I like talking about Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer's a good movie. Imagine general shapes of the figure and make sure the shapes aren't cut off. I mean, no. Though I will say, while I'm here, whenever you crop a figure, do not, if you can avoid it, don't crop at, like, at any joint. Don't crop at a joint, because it looks like you beheaded the person or whatever. Oh my God.
If you chop at the ankles, it just looks like they ain't got no feet.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. So I used to work at the print shop I worked at. One of my main jobs was I had to, like, so we would do things where we would print on canvas and then we'd wrap the canvas around, like, a frame. And the frame was like 1 inch to 2 inches wide, so that meant 1 inch to 2 inches around the edge of the picture would get cut off because it's, getting stretched over the frame. And I had to check every single one because oftentimes people would not realize this when they ordered the prints. This was especially bad for, there was this company that we did work for, like, they had a bunch of, like, newborn baby photos. And God, I would get so many, like, the babies getting cropped off, like, right in the middle of their forehead. It looks like you chopped this baby's head. It's never good. Or my favorite, there was one of, like, a baby, and, like, the mother is leaning in close to gaze down at her child. But the way things got cut off, it was just the baby laying there sleeping, and then this nose floating in from the top left corner, like some sort of otherworldly, like... It was so absurd. Oh, what a time. And then there was the one photographer who, like, I was like, these crops are so bad. She says that it's an artistic choice. And I'm like, she's chopping off half of these people's faces in her portraits. It's an artistic choice. Okay! That's fine. I guess if they're paying you, the nose shall care for the infant. What a time. Anyways, sorry, thanks. Be not afraid, for the nose can smell fear. The nose knows all. Sorry, sometimes I go on stupid stories about the print shop.
No, nobody is telling you not to.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Glory to the nose that walks like the sun. There was that, and then just the world's most awesome beach shot. Another fun graphic rule while we're here, since we're here, we can also talk about print. Kids, whenever you print things, make sure you double check to see the size and the DPI. If the size, because oftentimes, you'll take pictures with your phone camera, and then you'll send them to be printed. And that camera was making the photos for your phone. They weren't making it to be printed at 40 inches. So if you printed at 40 inches, suddenly you're seeing a lot of pixels, and it's not a good time. So pay attention to your DPI. You always want to make sure you're at 300 DPI, and make sure, like, if you're blowing an image up, don't go, like, too crazy. Like, if you got, like, a, 5x7 or whatever, don't, just be careful, because if you blow it up to 40 inches, it won't be fun. God, we had this thing called the world's most awesome beach shot, because there was, like, this photographer who they had their website set up so whenever somebody ordered this specific print, it would just sort of go straight to our shop, and we print it out and ship it out to the customer. And this picture always got printed at like 40 inches wide at least, if not bigger. And it was not a good photo. Like, it's a picture of the beach, but it's a gray day, and the water is also gray and doesn't look nice at all, and it's kind of dirty, and like the beach has like a bunch of like just, it's not an aesthetic beach at all. And then there's a bunch of people out in the water, but like it's really low res, so you can like count the pixels. And yet it kept getting ordered, and so every time it was printed, we would all just be like, everyone come and look, it's the world's most impressive beach shot! And then we'd all just walk up like, oh, look at it! Look at the pixels! There's the random fully clothed police officer in the water. Ah, look at it, it's gorgeous. And then we'd all go back to our day. Grunge beach, the bleached. This is sounding really good, Jordan. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. We're off of this topic now. Can you no, I couldn't find you the beach pic, and even if I could, I feel like I'd kind of be breaking the NDA. So I cannot show it to you. I'm sorry.
NDAs suck.
Yes. They really do.
It's like, I get why it's there, 100%. 100% understand why it's there. It just sucks.
There are stories about my various clients that, God, I wish I could tell them to you guys, but alas, I cannot. Jordan's laughing because he knows.
Oh man, I don't really know what else I want to add to this.
Well, you got 30 minutes, so
I'm like,
figure it out.
Part of me is like, bro, I feel like this would make for like a good, fuck, I'm blanking on a word. Shit bards sing when they sing about adventures and shit.
Nice.
Cammy would make a bard song.
That definitely sounds like a bard song.
Like this feels like it'd be like a song. Do we want to like listen to the entire thing? Just like give it like a
Let's
like
hear
a whole
it.
listen? Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
like it.
I like it a
It's-
lot.
It has a real like RPG background music kind of vibe.
It
to
really does.
Mhm.
It's nice.
This is
Yeah,
really
God.
underrated.
I
love
feel
this.
like I almost feel like you shouldn't add anything to it. Is the thing. I'm like, it's so nice.
I feel like it should have like words.
I was about to say I can do that.
I feel like it should have words. And then not only that, but like it progressively like gets more of a chorus as it moves.
I can see that.
Well, bro, I'm gonna send it over to you now. I know I have like 26 more minutes.
Just give me a whole hour and a half to add vocals to this, I guess.
Honestly, might just fuck around and do that. Do you want it?
Just if you have nothing else to add,
I'm unsure.
do you want to mess with the dynamics at all?
I might. I think I might fuck around with it a little bit more. There's still some things that I might want to fix. Like fixing that.
Who is it?
Is that Scott?
Oh, it's
Scott.
Scott.
Hi, Scott. Welcome to the stream.
Thank you. What's going on here?
Music. I told you this in DMs we were doing music.
Well, yes, but that wasn't very specific, now was it?
How more specific do you need to be, Scott? It's music.
But what kind of music?
So
We're
basically,
making music.
what we're doing is that Cammy was here earlier and she was our first artist for it. But what we were doing is that we are building a piece for an hour, then we're sending it off to the next person, and then they work on that same piece for an hour, and then we send that off to the next person.
Ooh.
Yeah. And we got to me, and Cammy made like this wonderful like minute and a half melody. And so I've just been adding other stuff to it.
That sounds awesome.
I don't know if I want to keep the dulcimer though.
You know what I say? Ooh, well, never mind.
That don't sit well with me though.
Hmm.
Well,
I don't know
you
how it's
think,
gonna sit in
bro?
the mix.
Let's find out.
I feel like the dulcimer stuck out more.
It did stick out more. Cause that was also a
Like, he
dulcimer,
gets-
but that was like the synth dulcimer.
Yeah. You know how I feel about the dulcimer. You should always have it in there. It's like Curses doesn't have a dulcimer. It does now.
Does now.
God, I played Curses for my cousin and she was like, "This is you?" And I was like, "Yeah. Yeah, I did that. That was me."
It's so good.
You know, I kind of felt that drum for a second.
I'm gonna add them taiko drums in a second, but hold on, cause I'm feeling it too. I like that. Ooh, what is this?
Like, maybe not in the beginning of the song, but like at some point they kind of just come in like a booming, like,
Oh, wait a minute.
is that a sitar?
It's a sitar.
Yeah.
The psychedelic banjos also sound like this. I like the banjos. Hold on, wait a minute.
Why does the regular banjo work? I hate it.
I don't know. Wait until we hit the fast part. That's when it fucking slaps. Banjo kind of slaps.
That is
I'm not gonna lie.
absolutely gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Synth banjo, baby. I'm sorry, I just really like messing with instruments every now and then because they're kind of goofy.
Dude, experimenting is fun.
Put the duck in. I want to hear the duck.
Oh, it's time for the duck.
What?
It's time for the duck. It's time for the
What?
duck. Dirty duck. Just you fucking wait.
Just listen to.
I'm sorry? Excuse me?
Gives it a whole different vibe.
Where did you get this?
And Mixcraft, it just had it.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck? It changed my melody. Bitch.
Actually, wait. Actually, turn down the decibels on that, but play it back.
Okay, back to Dirty Saw. I don't know. It fits for a different song, but not this one.
I kind of liked it.
Huh, no. I forgot the harpsichord existed.
I didn't.
Ah!
Come back.
Ah!
Ooh.
Ah!
Did you just have the pony slide?
I did just add the pony slide. It's gonna sound terrible once we get here. I just really enjoy the pony slide. What is Sad Sally? What is this? Different song. Oh, bitch. Bitch, I could fall asleep to this.
I like it.
It's really, sounds really nice.
Change it back.
No.
I've come to ruin it.
No, I don't like it.
Ooh.
No, too high.
Plucks always make things sound. See, now they're lost. Now there's nothing in the high end.
Yeah, but like it being too high, it didn't. It's just with this instrument, unfortunately. It's like when it gets too high, it's like
That's what orchestral plucks sound like.
you know. I'm gonna add a reverb to it. We'll see how it feels.
Okay, if you say so.
Now it's time for the drums! I have 14 minutes!
You have 14 minutes.
90 minutes. I turn them down now.
I see you panning.
Don't call me out like that. Oh, Taco, thank you for the bits.
Thank you for the bits, Taco. I was about to say, is there a synth in there?
Yeah, it was this one that was just here before. I just never took it out. I really like it.
Yeah.
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 I'm trying not to give input.
No, I think I'm good to send this over to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna send this over to bro. It's happening.
Happening. God.
Oh yeah, this is happening.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
Tubular.
Okay, what did I call it?
God, Mixcraft is just not letting me. Like, did I mess up my settings? Or it just doesn't open the thing? Alright, I got an hour to come up with some bomb lyrics and harmonies here.
Got an hour
Let's
to come up
go.
with some bars. Okay, so bro, mine is just trio challenge. .mx8. Here, let me just bada bing.
Did we ever take a break?
Oh no, we haven't.
This would be a good time to take a break.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll come back in 8 minutes, everybody, and then we will continue from where we left off. Bye bye.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Liz.
Ah,
Okay.
Well,
We're back.
Liz.
we're back.
we're back.
Dinosaurs on parade.
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 Yes.
Backstreet's back. All right.
All right.
da,
Da
da,
da
da,
da. Da 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 da.
So bro is gonna be slapping some lyrics to this bad boy. Very excited.
It's gonna be time.
That said, bro is muted for the time being, so.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on 1 second. Dinosaurs make parades.
Dinosaurs make parades.
Dinosaurs make parades.
So recently, I really loved the movie We're Back, Dinosaurs on Parade. It was one of my first favorite movies. And by one of my first favorite movies, I mean baby Kristen thought it was the best fucking thing. But recently I rewatched it as an adult, and We're Back is a fucking fever dream of a movie. Does not make any goddamn sense. Made sense to little kid me, but as an adult, I'm like, what is even going on?
I don't think I've even heard of it before.
It's a Don Bluth movie. It came out like
Oh, okay.
when did We're Back come out? 1993. So 3-year-old Kristen absolutely fucking adored We're Back, A Dinosaur's Story is actually the title. But yeah, it's a weird movie. It's a weird movie. I really enjoyed it, but it's a weird fucking movie. Movie Baby Geo liked the most was The Brave Little Toaster. The Brave Little Toaster is fucking great.
Oh shit! I haven't seen the Brave Toaster. Words. I haven't seen it in a while.
Right?
I haven't seen that in ages.
Good. It's a good movie. I'd like to rewatch it sometime.
Movie night.
No,
Movie
no,
night.
you can't do that because that's dedicated to bad movies.
That's
Oh, no,
true.
no, no, I'm not saying bad movie night. I'm
Just a
saying
different bad movie.
night.
Just a different movie night. Movie night for good movie.
We can only have 1 week. No, wait. We'll have 1 week out of the entire month. That's our saving grace. That's dedicated to an actual good movie.
I mean, it's just whenever anyone's around, I would feel.
Yeah.
If someone was like, "Hey, yo, you want to watch The Brave Little Toaster tonight?" and then everyone's like, "Oh shit, word up, okay."
I need to plan movie nights. I can't just be like, hey, do you guys want to watch a thing? Yeah, sure. Like, I can't do that. Like,
should we tell them what we've been doing?
I mean, I think we've talked a little bit about bad movie night,
Have we?
but I think a bit, but
We said it a couple times, I think.
yeah. Every Saturday, IR crew gets together to watch bad movies. That's our thing. Most recently, last night we watched Love Never Dies, and that was
the
an
official,
experience.
the official, unofficial sequel to the Phantom of the Opera.
Huh?
Yeah.
Remember that time we banged?
Is
Wait,
that
how is it
actually a lyric?
unofficial and unofficial? No, but the song was pretty much that.
It's unofficial in the sense that nobody acknowledges it.
Oh. Wait, I'm not the best with musicals. Did Andrew Lloyd Webber make the original as well?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. It's like an AU.
An AU by the original author.
Yeah, it's like, no, because here's the thing is that, like, I have AU stuff of my universe. Like, I have an AU thing of, well, in, like, my personal story, there's a thing where, like, Queen, like, pretty much kills her entire kingdom at the end of it, because reasons. But then I had this kind of AU idea where, like, one of her friends goes back in time and, like, saves her dad, which doesn't motivate her to kill him, and they live a happy life and all that. But that's kind of AU. I'd never make that canon, and this is just what Andrew Lloyd Webber's done.
Basically.
What if everything was great?
What if everything was great? And then, of course, it
Great.
ended with not being great.
So, The Phantom of the Opera is, you know, based on a book. So, and it's based on an old book. This is like, this would be like the guy who made, the people who made Les Mis being like, I want to make my fan fiction about Les Mis into a different
Now,
musical.
to its credit, because we have to say the good things before we get to all the bad things. To its credit, it's visually stunning. Like,
Oh.
they did a really good job with the visual presentation of this musical. I was impressed with it, at least. That said,
It's still bad?
you can't make and it had a few banger songs, like maybe 2 or 3.
Roy had a few rock bangers, yeah.
That said, you can't make up for beautiful visuals if your story is shite.
You know what? My director would always say you can't put glitter on shit.
Yeah.
It's like we can make a show as flashy as possible, but if a show is bad, a show's just bad. Can't put glitter on shit.
You know, it's like, how do I put this? Actually, I forgot what I was even going to say. Never mind.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh god.
Hello.
Sometimes. Oh god.
Okay, I'm scared it's just me, and it's just
No,
not you guys
no,
acknowledging
No,
it.
it keeps happening.
No.
Oh,
Like,
smooth.
sometimes it'll be fine, and then Bro's connection will get, like, wibbly, and we'll get, like, hell music.
Eldritch singing.
The new
Like
Call of
creepypasta
Cthulhu
version.
theme.
It's gonna, like, go into reverse.
So, what was I gonna say?
Bad movie night. That's a thing.
God, my
Interesting.
favorite. I've been thinking all day about the Remember That Time When We Banged song. It's so fucking bad. It's
It's
just
hilarious though.
it's spectacularly bad. Like it just keeps going. Like it's really drawn out, completely passionless, just spectacular. I'm amazed by it. And that's how I feel about that. Like and I noticed within the first, like, right as it started, I was like, is this gonna be the Remember That Time When We Banged song? And then I was right for like 7 minutes.
7 fucking minutes.
It's so fucking long. 7 minutes may not be accurate, but it's long. It's much longer than it needs to be, and it's longer than it needs to be, and like the pacing is weird, and like you would think with it being a song about a one night stand, it would be full of passion, and it's so bad. I don't know. I highly recommend people look up, like, I don't even know the name of the song. I'm sure if you look up Love Never Dies, you'll find, I think it's like under like
Also,
the
Christine.
sky with
Christine-
no moon or something.
Also, Christine was 15 years old, and the Phantom was at least
Yeah.
50 years old.
Yeah.
I
Hearing
know,
everyone
like,
constantly sing Christine's name is really weird when you're like super into DMP.
I wasn't gonna say it last night, but you're right.
The Christine just constantly.
Christine voice? Huh?
No.
Was
Wait,
There's
so
also-
who's the Phantom then?
was it Junior all along?
Oh fuck.
Oh god, I hope not.
No, Junior was the
Junior,
small
are you
power.
actually 50 years old?
It's like one of the things I love about DMP is just thinking about the time zones where everyone came from and realizing that Grace is just like a fucking grandmother compared to everyone else. It's like she's older than the Doctor, which I find brilliant.
I'm older than you.
But are you? Are you really? What?
Yes.
Is that your Doctor impression?
No, it is not.
Everyone is a McGillicuddy impression.
Everyone is just a
Hello, I am Dr. McGillicuddy.
What? Does it have a moment where you think the song ends only to find that it's just getting ready for the second half? Yes, absolutely, it has
It
that.
absolutely
Like
has
it's-
that.
God. Also, there's this one song that basically boils down to the Phantom walking around with his secret love tryst son. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they're walking around, and this fucking, like, guitar, like, this rock guitar comes in. And it's honestly a good song. It's the only time over the course of this movie where we were all quiet because we thought it sounded
Oh
good.
yeah, it was a good
But,
song.
like, the song basically boils down to the Phantom of the Opera being like, are you also edgy and do you like dark shit? Are you perhaps into that Tim Burton bullshit? And the boy is just like, hell yeah, I am! I'm
It
a
was-
baby goth!
It
and
was
it's like-
basically going into
Baby
the goth rock equivalent of Pure Imagination from Willy
Yes,
Wonka.
yes, that's very accurate. It's the goth rock equivalent of Pure Imagination. That's so accurate. It's really something.
Amazing.
And then he takes off the mask, and the kid's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
And he runs away. Now, Love Never Dies is a movie. I would not recommend that you watch it by yourself, but it is a fun watch if you watch it with other people who are willing to riff it.
I mean,
Especially fun if some of you don't remember the Phantom of the Opera at all. If some of you have never seen the Phantom of the Opera, and if one or two of you have seen the Phantom of the Opera, so you can feel insulted.
Here's the thing. Okay, well, two things first, actually. First of all, I had to end up judging it as a standalone rather than a sequel because I remembered almost nothing from the original Phantom. So maybe that's why I was a little kinder on it than everyone else was.
I've never actually, I've never seen the Phantom of the Opera. I've never heard the music. I know stuff about it from Lindsay Ellis's like videos talking about the Phantom of the Opera, like the book and stuff, but I'm not familiar with the musical at all.
That is fair. I only remember like 2 songs from it. Well, 1.5. Anyways. But other than that, I've judged these movies based on. I seem to have categorized these movies into 3 factors. The first one is a movie that I actually genuinely enjoy, and I don't know why the hell it's in Bad Movie Night. There has only been one of these. Actually, technically 1.5, but whatever. The second kind of movie is one that is bad, but you can actually enjoy it because of riffing material, like Love Never Dies, for instance. This is just the kind of thing that, like, The Room, for instance, or Food Fight, or something like that. It's not a good movie, but it's hilarious in its own right. And then you get to those movies that aren't even funny to watch with other people. They're just uncomfortable. And I think there are maybe 2 of those that I have seen with this group. And
And
I
then
know all of you agree with at least one of them.
Which
Well, no,
one?
Sausage Party had its own category.
Sausage Party has its own category, which is that we couldn't get through it.
Oh shit!
we-
Wait, did y'all
you
watch
barely get
Sausage
to-
Party?
We
got
did.
through
10
the
minutes of
entire-
it.
We got through 10, no,
15
10 to 15
minutes.
of it.
Shit, and I wasn't there for it.
Uh-huh.
Be thankful.
Yeah, it was not a good time.
To put it in this way, we've never had somebody leave the call before because they've been so pissed off.
Yeah, Sausage Party is not like it's not a very kind movie. It's very
Yeah,
fucked
well, because
up.
this is the thing is that like Cammy was. Oh, I shouldn't call Cammy out. But basically, I hadn't seen it for a while, so I couldn't remember much about it. But I just remember it being so absurd, but parts I found funny. The scene we clicked off of, I'd obviously blanked it from memory because I was like, "What the fuck are we watching?"
Yeah, I mean, like, okay.
Oh, yeah,
I
now that I
don't-
think about it, there
I
was a
don't
lot
con-
of like really sexual shit in that movie.
Yeah,
There's, like,
yeah.
more than I
mean,
remember there being.
I remember we got to a lot of really racial humor, and like, okay, for the record, I don't condone, racial insensitivity, but like, I was able to get through it because it's like, okay, this is not great, but it, it didn't make me actually like want to look away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once it got to that scene, you guys know the one. I
No,
was
no,
just
no,
like,
no, no.
oh no, I'm actually feeling ill. I can't do
Time
this
to rip my
anymore."
eyes out.
Basically.
Oh god.
Uh,
Anyways, we're never watching
Bad
it
movie.
again.
It's a bad fucking movie. It's like the worst. It's easily one of the worst movies that I've ever seen.
The movie that was on the bottom of the list before that, well, wasn't even a movie, it was Paranormal House Inspectors, and at least that one we could laugh at.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad for suggesting it. Ugh.
You didn't
No, don't
suggest
feel
it.
bad.
Wait,
First of all, you didn't suggest
No,
it.
I suggested Sausage Party, or at least I'm pretty sure I did.
Cammy suggested, but even then,
Oh.
Yeah.
even then, don't feel bad. It was just context.
Big old bad movie.
There's only one movie we've seen that was actually good.
Yeah.
Which one was it, Scott?
Demolition. Man.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man was fun. I had a great time. I had a great
That's
time
what
with Demolition Man.
I also did legitimately. This may be a guilty pleasure of
we
mine.
talking
I
about Bad
legitimately
Movie
enjoyed
Night?
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yes.
Shark
Yeah,
Boy.
like-
I enjoyed Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Shark Boy and Lava
I
Girl
wasn't
fucking
sure on it
slaps.
until the banana split joke because that was just funny. Sorry, the way I just said banana split then creeped me out because I've been hanging around you guys so much.
Banana Split.
Banana.
Well, it's like it also depends on people's tastes, because like apparently you hated Fateful Findings, and I just can't understand you as a person because I find Like, I'm gonna be real. You genuinely hurt my feelings a little bit. I love Fateful Findings more than words can say.
Wait, me?
No. Scott did.
Oh.
Look, it's true. I only liked one scene from that movie, and it was the very last one.
See, I find like every moment of Fateful Findings to be delightful.
It's a work of art.
Like,
It's a work of art.
there's always something going wrong. No scene is correct. There is always some choice that's like, an alien made this movie. It's fascinating. Like, if it's not your thing, then it's not your thing. That's fine.
I'm
But
sorry I upset
how-
you.
Don't yuck my yum, bitch.
you yucked my yum.
I mean, I'm sorry I upset you, but
No, it's okay. Well, I mean, like, I also really enjoyed Paranormal House Inspectors, and you don't like it, so.
I mean, again, it's not the most okay. Let me rephrase what I said. I don't find it to be the worst thing I've ever seen. It's just okay. There are times where I'd say I'd rather watch something that's boring over something that's offensive. I guess that's one of those occasions. If that makes sense.
To be boring. Like, I mean, I think I'd find it boring if I were to watch it by myself.
Yeah.
I find it to be a good, like, I wouldn't want to watch Fateful Findings by myself. Or The
Yeah.
Room by myself. It's like, I like, the thing that makes it fun is it's like, you know, in the case of Paranormal Home Inspectors, nothing is going on. You people are making, this show is trying so hard to hype up nothing, and that's what makes Paranormal Home Inspectors great. Fateful Findings is just, an alien made this movie.
But that's the problem with it in paranormal. I mean, that's the problem with it in this case. It is nothing, and that's what kind of makes it more. This isn't the right word I'm looking. I'm gonna use. Oh god. Oh god.
Eldritch horror notes.
But that's what makes paranormal worse than Fateful Findings or Thomas and the Magic Railroad to me, because it's literally nothing.
Oh, Thomas and the Magic fucking Railroad.
But at
You
least
could have had the
Thomas-
whole movie without the trains. The trains are just not God. You know, a thing I find with the movies is that, like, I've been kind of reorganizing my list of, like, best to worst. I've actually decided to put The Wicker Man quite high up. Because
Mhm.
Yeah.
I actually was really engaged with The Wicker Man and the mystery. The thing that really put me off was the ending. Like,
Mm-hmm.
cover your ears if you don't want spoilers, but the twist at the end where it's like, okay, the twist where, like, everyone turned out to be evil was, you know, pretty good, but it's just, I can't remember what the main character was, but, like, his fate and how they fuck him up, it's just
Let's
like,
just call him Nicolas Cage.
yeah, the thing that happens with Nicolas Cage just comes so out of left field. And it's just like, you know, the kid's evil, and then he's like trying to reach out to his daughter, and it's just like, well, I don't get where this connection has come from. I guess, like, instant fatherly connection. Well, no, you literally just held a hand for like a minute, and that was it. And it's just, oh, I did not like how it went. It was just, and it was a big fuck you to him, and it was really, I was.
It's a very cruel ending just for the sake
Yeah.
of being cruel.
Exactly. It's like, oh, it's like, I kind of like, if it's done right, I like stories like that where
It's a
the main
downer
character,
ending.
yeah, the main character, like, puts everything in and gets screwed over at the end. If it's done correctly, I can live with it. This one just didn't sit
Yeah.
right with me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like there's several things. First of all, there's the fact that like Nick Cage in that movie is just kind of a shitty dude.
Oh,
For, like,
the
the
Manager's
whole-
such a dick. Like, he just goes around being an asshole, and it's like people are showing him hospitality, and he's being like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself." It's like, what the fuck, Nikki C? Why are you being a
think the
bitch?
problem
Fuck Nikki C.
The character is pretty bare bones, especially at the end.
How dare you?
I hate you.
An innocent man was searching for his daughter, and you just desecrate that man. You desecrate
You know
his good
exactly what he did.
name. Yeah, no, he was a
He
bitch.
he donned a bear costume, ran up to a woman, and punched her in the face. You cannot take that seriously.
And he deserves to get his legs broken and stung by bees.
That never happened in the cut that we watched.
No,
Yep.
they totally broke his fucking legs.
No, not that. The bees.
The bees.
We all know what happened, though. We all know what happened.
We know it happened. We know.
We know what happened.
We know. what
Yeah.
happened.
They were in his eyes, apparently.
I'm not gonna say anything because this is a family-friendly stream, but watching Wicker Man was a fucking experience.
It was a
Oh
time.
yeah, that
Family
certainly happened. My eyes will never be the same.
Yeah.
It's the
Oh,
fact, like,
that one moment. Okay, I remember
that one
what you're
moment. The
talking
fact, what I loved about that one moment is the fact it took us all a collective like 10 minutes to recover from it.
It's like there's a really good reason why, you just gotta know what websites you're going to. And I'll leave
Yeah.
it at
What has been seen cannot be unseen.
God.
that. We were all very surprised. We were all screaming, and Phil was panicking to find the X button. Like it happened, and it just screams. The screams of the damned. I don't think I've ever heard like true panic come from like my fellow peers before.
Oh yeah. It's like that. You all know, like the 1 second we all just collectively thought, "Oh no," in our heads, and I'm just like, "Okay, brace yourself."
I was like, wait, what? Oh.
What is this?
He was
Oh,
at
I know what
this
this
point.
is.
It was at this point that the IR cast knew they fucked up.
As the eldritch buzzing happens in the,
buzzy
background.
buzz.
See, here's the best thing as well. I would have understood if it happened like kind of halfway through the film because that's normally where you put those certain things.
Those ad
But
breaks.
When it was like right near the end, I was like, "Where the fuck did this come from?"
It was a genuinely tense moment too. Like it was actually like very well done, tension wise, and then it just got fucking ruined.
Oh, that was tension, all right.
Oh god, but yeah, that's probably why Wicker Man's one of my favorites too, because that was brilliant.
God.
God,
Actually, and
what a great experience we had.
I think another one that's quite high up there was the Hug a Bunch movie.
Oh.
Which
Small people
was
will
short-
be digested.
small people would be
won't
digested.
digest-
But also, it's the reason why my nickname's still that. I'm an American citizen because if it's if it's somebody comedic, like I love it when like a child is obviously given an adult script and can't pull it off because that child was just so hilarious. Like I'm an American citizen.
Queen, it's always weird whenever you do an American accent because it throws me through a fucking loop.
Why?
I don't know. It's just I'm very used to like hearing like your regular native accent, and then you bust out some shit like I'm an American citizen, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who are you?
It's
Hug a
President
Bunch.
Creeps.
It's like hearing your fucking like Nancy voice from Tales from the Loop. Like it's like this isn't Queen. This is a different person.
Well, it took a lot of practice.
It's like at least with like whenever Americans do a British accent, you're like, okay, I still kind of recognize his voice. But when Queen
Yeah.
does an American accent, I'm like, this is a totally different person. I've never
I
met
have
this woman
the
in my
same
life.
reaction.
Wow.
I've never met
I
this
didn't
woman in
know.
my life. Officers, get her out of here.
I need practice on that kind of.
Don't mind me, I'm just passing by. Fuck is that?
Don't mind me there, fellas.
Hello, fellow Americans. God.
One of these days, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down with that one kitchen gun advertisement parody, and I'm just going to practice using that over and over and over again. Maybe then I'll have something.
I'm coming off
God.
mute to say I'm stressed.
Why are you stressed?
Why
are you
are you
stressed?
stressed?
Because we're 30 minutes in.
That's okay.
Oh,
That's okay.
you're doing a good job.
You doing good?
You got the bars.
Good.
Remember, it's always
Because
okay
we're-
to
we're
repeat a chorus.
I'm thinking about repeating the chorus, but the thing is, the song doesn't repeat. No,
What? It should be.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's not the same melody.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Oh, I copy and pasted stuff, so I may have goofed.
No, all of it sounds good, but like I'm listening to the melody and I'm like, no, this main melody isn't, because I just went back and scrubbed it to make sure none of it was the same, and it's not the same.
Oh.
Like it repeats in one spot.
Just change the keys and stuff for like the chorus. It's cool.
Oh. All right, I'm going back in.
I
Alright.
believe
Okie
you.
dokie.
Love you.
Love
Actually,
you.
I have an American tale to tell.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Northwest.
The first time I went to America was when I went to Indiana about 3 years ago, and twice there were times where like one was during a drive-in like movie theater. We went to see Cars 3, and the other was this like local cinema theater thing that was showing Hocus Pocus. And sorry, I'm just distracted by this.
No, no, it's okay. Bzz.
But yeah, but both the two times we went there, everyone stood up and did the whole like national anthem thing and like played and everything. In the UK, we only really play God Save the Queen when there's like a big event thing going on, so like the Queen's speech at Christmas or like during any big royal event. So when everyone just gets up and like puts their hand on their heart and singing the national anthem, I was just awkwardly sat there like, am I allowed to join? It was a new thing to me because I had no idea that like that was a big thing, and that's when I kind of realized, whoa, like people love America.
I mean,
We were
when
conditioned at a
people-
young age to do that before
Had
everything.
power
Yeah.
raised.
It's kind of like a rally almost.
Yeah.
It's like I imagine going to Canada when they go to sing "Oh Canada." It's like, are we going to have to sit up and go like, "Oh America"?
It's like when I hear about like when I hear about like the pep rallies and stuff as well at schools, it's just like, why?
Because we gotta do something fun in this goddamn habitat!
Yep.
Oh, Queen, by the way, check your DMs when you get a moment.
Sure, I will look at your nudes. No.
Oh my goodness! Scott, what do you mean you didn't just... You said Queen nudes first before you said me? The fuck?
Listen,
It's a
I mean,
baby
bros before hoes doesn't always apply, okay?
But you gotta get the moon seal of approval.
I mean, why can't I give her my moon seal of approval? if the captain did? I'm on fire today.
Thank you for going with that joke. I wasn't quite sure if it'd land.
This is beautiful, by the way.
I just since Bro is deafened and can't hear any of us, can we just take a moment to compliment his singing?
Alright, audience, applaud.
Hell yeah.
Audience
Oh, bitch.
applaud.
Listen to this.
Doing so good.
Oh, I can't.
That was a little crunchy.
It's so good. It's like ages ago. Like this is way before I joined. I think this is like a couple months after like Internet Remix had been announced. Because I didn't know who, well, I literally barely knew who anyone was, but I didn't know who Bro Dingles was, so like I looked up his channel and looked up his old like Speed Paint covers, and it was just this kind of moment of just like, ooh, I like this.
Bro is a natural.
Oh, I wish I could harmonize.
Well, you can always practice with the circle of fifths. Or the circle of fourths.
Maybe. I might get Mixcraft soon. Because I'm not really musically trained, but I'd love to experiment a bit.
I'm
not
not
gonna
musically
lie,
trained
I
either.
do.
I just fuck around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I did all those harmonies that you heard in the Undertale Genocide package. I have no musical training, but I did those on my own, so
It's just throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks.
pretty much. Ah,
You see? Listen to that beauty.
hear that? That the static. I mean,
We listen
that did
to
not
the
stick.
wind. Oh, it's whisper to the wind, not listen to the wind. I'm fucking stupid.
No, no, you're not.
Sorry, that was really.
Well, I'm sorry. Were you tickled by my turmoil?
I was tickled by your voice going up 5 octaves.
So, apparently, Legends of Runeterra partnered with Wizards of the Coast to add 3 new subclasses to D&D. One of them is literally just gun. It's just it just gave the fighter class a gun.
God, I love it whenever
That's
things
existed
just
for
say
a while,
gun.
hasn't it? The gunslinger.
Oh no, that's not the gunslinger. It's called the renegade. It gives you either a pistol or a sniper rifle, and then you give attachments to it.
Whoa, sniper.
The barbarian there's the bard, the barbarian, and the rogue got one. No, sorry, the rogue, the barbarian, and the fighter. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
The barbarian got something called the Path of the Depths, which I haven't given too much of a read into, but
Yeah.
it seems like it's like something about trauma or something like that.
Oh no, I'm a little traumatized.
And then
I'm a widow
the one,
traumatized.
and then the one for the rogue is essentially, hey, you like games? I want to play a game with you.
I
And
cannot play a game with you. Work for you. See, I am a traumatized barbarian.
want to play a game of card? Oh, actually, you know what? You would get this reference. It's called the wild card, and it can basically be summed up, Queen, as, "Hi there, want to play a game?
What
First one to
sort of
die
game?
loses."
Okay.
Look, the Queen of Spades.
And what does that
You
do?
lose. That is the wild
God.
card in a nutshell.
That's ancient. Like, I think in season 0, and I think, oh, that's probably something from about 4 or 5 years ago. No, that shit was like 10 years ago.
Let me share this with you real quickly. I'll put it in call.
You
'Cause this
stole
shit is-
my grandpa's deck, so I stole your bodyguard's
I stole
kidneys.
your bodyguard's kidneys. Pretty fucked up, Joey.
Use gun. Oh
Hey,
god. There was,
buddy, hang it in there. Get it? Cause you're gonna die.
Why?
Oh, I guess you had to be there.
Frigging, everyone's saying use gun. I has been in a D&D campaign for the past year, which just ended today. Now, an item in D&D, there's an item called the Wand of Wonder, where you use it, and then you roll like a 1d100 to see what the effect is. So, sometimes you can like cast stuff like Fireball or whatever, but sometimes the effect can affect you, and like it can petrify you for like a round or whatever, you know, shit like that. No, in this game, I got the Gun of Wonder.
The
Oh
gun of
my.
wonder.
And
gun!
I never used it because sometimes I'd suggest it and the DM would just give me this kind of look of just like, you're going to kill me internally if you use this gun. And I never used it.
What's the point of giving it to you?
I don't know. I think it was like an enemy had it and I just picked it up and he just didn't stop me.
Oh god, stop casting blindness deafness. No, but like, look at this. If you have the document, you can literally throw playing cards at your enemies. They're like razor sharp playing cards. Anyways.
Actually, oh, that reminds me of there's this kind of obscure Wii game called Arcrise Fantasia, and I think it's a very heavily underrated game. The only issue is that the English dub of it is fucking awful. But it's
Like
kind of
Mega Man 8
awful and really
awful,
like
or Resident Evil
it's-
awful, or
well, it's kind of like there's a girl in it called Rifia who's supposed to be this really sweet girl. So when I kind of look at her, I kind of imagine her voice like, "I'm sorry, I just got a little dizzy." But then like her actual voice is, "I'm sorry, I just got a little dizzy." You know, that kind of bland. Like some of the acting's really good, like the main character and like one of his love interests is quite alright. But then others are kind of just monotone and really awkward. But there's one character called Nico who is kind of like the goof of the party, and it's kind of like whenever you. It's recommended you don't train him up because whenever you get to an important boss, he just runs off all the time.
oh no.
But if you get to his final, because you keep unlocking these special attacks, if you get to his final attack, I think it's something called Trick Shot, where he flips a coin and then like shoots at it and makes an illusion of himself and then shoots you from behind, which is a really cool attack. And it's like, oh, this is gonna get better from here. And then no, he just dies.
No. Oh fuck.
That's it. He just dies.
That's depressing.
Yeah, he's like the only like. Oh, do you know? There's another character. There's actually several characters. Well, there's two enemy characters you can technically play as who die, and then there's Nico's the only one on your team who never dies.
Mm-hmm.
But it just comes so out of left field. It's like, do we really need that? If that was to prove that, you know, he'd grown up and improved at self-sacrifice, that's like, that's cool, but like, you didn't have to kill him to do that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that game's just weird. It's like, I love it because it's like, I watched a playthrough of it when I was really young. So, it just always left an impression, but yeah.
That sounds frustrating. Oh my god, that sounds so good.
I might throw some fucking vocals on top of this too.
I want
Oh,
to harmonize
please.
with this. I want to fucking harmonize with this.
Just like everyone in IR records a harmony.
It wouldn't be the first time
What do you mean?
that we've done something like
God,
this.
do you remember when we made
Whoa.
fucking fingers in his ass?
What?
Yes.
Was that what you were
the
talking about
FH
when we all collectively
FHA
just came together and just
The
made
FHA all pop stars, yeah.
yeah.
Wait, where was
We
this?
really unified it. So a couple years ago for April Fool's Day, we really unified together to to make a fucking meme, and it was amazing. It was perfect. It started with Chi-Chi and I, and we were just goofing around, and then like Cammy joined, and then Alex joined, and then Scott joined after that.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I don't think I've ever watched this all the way through.
The fucking rap,
It-
though.
it- You know, I'm gonna be real. That whole thing, it's really good. It sounds really good.
The fingers in his ass or this?
Fingers in his ass. This also sounds good, but
I'm glad,
I'm gonna listen
because
to this.
Jesus fuck. That fucking amendments rap, I wrote that my senior year of high school. For a fucking project in my government class.
amazing.
What am I watching?
Oh my. Oh
my
my.
This
God.
is truly terrifying.
It's a
falling
little
into the
scary, I'm
void.
not gonna lie.
What happened?
Like, the
Bad
song
music.
keeps alternating between absolutely, like, just peaceful and gorgeous and horrifying, depending on.
It's like the echoey effect as well. It's just, how is he this good?
Good lord.
We still got 15 minutes.
We do, chat.
That's
Do you
15
have any...
minutes worth of progress. Oh
Yo,
shit.
Kyle.
Kyle
Teresa.
subscribed.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you, Kyle, for
Oh
the
my
sub.
God.
Kyle, I haven't seen you in a while. I miss you.
Yeah, we missed you, Kyle.
27 months in a row. Holy fuck.
Kyle just like
Thank you, Kyle.
Kyle, you just show up sometimes and just remind me that like Twitch seems to have this endless kind of supply of badges to give out to people. Because like I have not seen this 800,000 badge.
Wow. 27 months in a row? Or 26
Yeah.
months in a row? Holy shit, that's 2 years. That's over 2
Did someone
years.
bring your finger?
Over 2 years.
That's
yeah.
over 2 years. Yeah. 26 months. Yeah, that's 2 years. I'm fucking stupid.
No, I actually the the other day I went into my friend's stream because he speedruns like Super Mario stuff, and I'm a mod in that thing as well. And I went in the other day and I thought, oh, I can resubbed 3 years exactly.
Holy shit.
And it's like I don't go in there that often, so it's like I go in with this resub and the mod badge, and everybody's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Oh.
I've never seen you before in my life.
Stop it.
What?
Stop sounding so good.
Oh yeah.
Hush.
No,
Let me
keep
turn it
going.
up. Let me turn it up.
Does he just come up with these lyrics right now?
Yes.
Envious.
I could just sell Bro's voice as a sleep aid.
Right?
Oh my god.
Damn.
My god. Oh, he's recording again.
So, how much is Mixing?
I don't know.
Scott, what was your question?
How much is Mixcraft?
Hella. It's one of the cheaper DAWs to kind of come across. But it's a DAW's a DAW, and a DAW's expensive.
Oh,
Fair enough.
fuck.
Wow.
We've got
Fucking slapping.
it is. Yo, chat. Do you have any questions whilst our unfiltered brains are here?
Well, I guess when I dub over this eventually, I'll do it in audition.
Whoa.
I just went ahead and turned that down. I doing a little something, something.
There we go. Oh shit, I need to tweet as StreamX Queen. I forgot I was gonna do it like an hour ago.
Yeah, I need to do that now too.
Are we in? What time is it over there now? Oh, we're not in curfew yet. It's cool.
9:49.
God, today's been hell. I've been so excited for today just to do the slow descent of Queen being like 100 to like 10.
Like, this was a mistake.
It was a mistake.
I just keep raising the volume. I'm sorry, Chad. I raise it and then I lower it and then I raise it. I'm just like, how do I balance this out?
Suffering.
All right, I have an excuse. I know how to rectify the missing. You know what I mean.
Oh, bro's doing some layering. Shit, bro. Shit. Wow.
Good shit.
Wow. Bro is kicking ass.
He's good at what he do.
He is good at what he do.
Does everyone have a favorite type of music?
God, what is my favorite type of music?
You, Zach?
Musax? I really enjoy jazz, but some music that I really enjoy listening to, I like listening to stuff with like trap beats and things like that.
Oh boy.
Hey, Warbaker,
know.
there's nothing to be ashamed about for listening to like piano music. Piano music is
Piano
gorgeous.
music.
Oh hell yeah.
Piano
Okay.
music is gorgeous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as someone who loves listening to video game music, and I know a lot of us do, don't ever be ashamed to enjoy a genre of music or a genre of anything or a subculture, because if you think if people are going to shame you for something that you like, they have something
it.
wrong with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, music
Absolutely.
is music, and it speaks to everyone. Like, it doesn't matter, you know, like what kind of music that you're into. Yeah,
If
I rag on-
you
Go ahead.
if you like the remember that time when we banged song from Love Never Dies, I'm not judging you. Good on you for liking that song. Anyway, continue.
I was saying, it's like, I rag on shit like country music a lot, but if you like country music, live your best life. You know, like, I will never tell someone that they are wrong for listening to music. Time to turn that down. Started doing the thing again. Yeah, no, it's just, if you want to listen to some piano music, there's like some soothing piano types. Like, hey, look up Frederick Chopin if you want like some classical like piano. Like, he's got some works out there that are just really, really nice, and he's not the Renaissance. He's later than that, but he's got lovely music. Lovely music.
Yeah, I'm definitely like I really don't have a favorite music type, like, because for me, usually for me, music is just like my brain's like, this is good for thing I'm working on, and I file it away in my little rat brain, and like it's really hard for me to pinpoint exactly what it is I like. I will say I tend to prefer, like, in general, I prefer for I think I tend to like stuff that's a little slower. Like, I'm usually the one going, this is a little complicated, can we like tone it down a little bit? I don't know how to explain. I'm bad with talking about music. Talking about music, I am the worst at. I'm so bad at it. Anyway, anyway, music.
Come on, we already know what genre you like the most. Come on.
What? Oh, lo-fi. Right. Oh, no, cuz like my brain was like going off onto this, like, I like a lot of different things, but I've been thinking about this recently cuz like some of my favorite music is from the Monogatari series, because all of my favorite things are from the Monogatari series because I'm garbage. And I was thinking about this because usually when I'm talking about like DMP music, I tend to be like, we could dial this back a little bit. Doesn't need this many things. And I mean the reason why is because like a lot of my preferred like compositions from things tend to be like a lot more slowed down. Like it's more about the what's the word I'm looking for? Minimalism, that's the word I'm looking for. Minimalism. It's good shit, like minimalism. I don't know where I'm going with this. You should never ask me about music, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about at all.
It's okay.
I feel incredibly self-conscious whenever the topic comes up.
I love music.
Much like Mudblood, my favorite genre kind of depends on the time of day, my general mood, etc. I have noticed that I've been getting back into a high of Love Live music, but generally my genres of choice are, I'm not really picky. The only genre I truly dislike, and even then it's selective, is metal. But anyways, my genres of choice are usually ballads, rock, jazz, and Broadway. But yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. I also really don't like metal much, like at all. Like I'm glad, like it's not a bad genre. It's just it stresses me out so much.
Yes, exactly.
It's loud and people yell the things and
That's
loud.
yeah, I think that's the subgenre that I don't like, just screamo, because
Yeah.
like I know I do like some metal songs, but like yeah, if someone is screaming their lungs out to a song, it's like
I feel that.
It's not necessarily my thing, but I know some people enjoy it, and that's cool.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, my fiance loves some metal and some screamo, and I'm just like, it's just not my thing.
Ah.
I am glad for those who like it, but it is just not my thing. Sorry,
Oh
I'm
my
working
gosh, we're
on
almost
some
at the time.
character designs.
Yeah?
Where did the hour go?
Kind of flew on by.
It disappooped.
It disappeared.
Just not being really quiet at this point because the song is so fucking good.
The hour was lost during discussion of the Remember the Time We Boned song.
Here it comes. Oh! Okay. Oh, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Yo. Yo.
I just realized it's
Let's hear it. Let's hear the whole thing.
Yes.
okay. I was just like, I need to add one more thing, and then I was like, no, you can't. You can't. You're out of time.
No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Add one more thing, add one more thing.
If
We
you
actually,
want to add one more thing, then go ahead.
we technically started 5 minutes after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah!
Go do your thing, go do your thing, go do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. We're just gonna listen in. Now everyone stare at him. Everyone fucking stare at him. Don't stop staring till he get uncomfortable. brings us the tune of the people long gone. What fucking fire? Brings us the tune of the people long gone. Oh, that's good. Bitch. Let's hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear the whole thing. Oh, it's happening. Oh, it's happening. Bro just went out and just made an entire fucking chorus.
Yeah.
Right?
What the fuck? Holy
Yeah,
shit.
y'all did all this shit in 3 hours. What the fuck?
Yo.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Now
Bro.
take us to
Bro.
the. Let's listen to it from the very beginning.
Yes.
Okay.
You're gonna listen to it from
Let
the
me
very beginning.
close my sub mixes because this is a very dirty looking thing.
Oh, it's so fucking cool. We were just listening to it. We stopped talking after a little bit because you were just like, yeah, yeah.
Here we go. I think that's everything. Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
In night's dark corners, we whisper to the wind, seeing before us the candlelight within, tracing the waters with her pools full of song, brings us the tune of the people long gone, deep below or far above. Heed the souls they're carrying. Once more we wait
shit.
Damn.
Holy shit.
We did it, boys. We made a song in 3
Yeah.
hours.
Real good.
Yeah, and with that, we had like 2 minutes to spare.
Nice.
Holy
Quick, everyone
fuck.
start typing over it. Now, now, now. Go, go, go!
Let me save.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
save.
we say.
I haven't saved not one time.
Did you? Wow, what the fuck?
You play a risky game, my friend.
Played a risky fucking game.
That was gorgeous.
It is now saved.
Yay.
Ah.
God.
Okay,
I'm
you know what?
gonna-
With that, I think we're good to call it. That's a fucking that is game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man. Wow. That was a lot of fun.
Same.
That was a good time. I hope everybody has a wonderful night. This is a lot of fun. Thank you all for sticking it out for 3 hours while we do music and just kind of talk about things. I hope everybody's been staying safe in recent times. You never know what's gonna happen. Thank you all very much for coming around. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Bye. 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 Bye.
Love you.
See y'all around.